Gear, huh? Well, forgive me for that, everybody. I couldn't resist because this is a sneaking mission. My name is Anthony John Agnello, streams producer here on Engadget.com. And today we're doing something a little special. We were originally going to play The Escapists, which was just released on PlayStation 4, a really cool looking indie game about getting out of places. And in thinking about The Escapists, I started to get a hankering for something that's really been on my mind lately, something I've been thinking about a lot, which is the Metal Gear series. Hideo Kojima and Konami's sort of, you know, like, people call them stealth games, but I don't think that that's really totally accurate. If you go back to the original Metal Gear, all the way back in 1987, even then, Metal Gear was sort of like an insane war drama. Like, can you really call them stealth games? Like, yeah, you're hiding from places, but inevitably you're, like, blowing up tanks by the end of things, which isn't very stealthy. So, we're playing the original. We are playing Metal Gear, just vanilla Metal Gear, which came out in 1987 in Japan on a computer, a home computer that was also the home to many, many excellent video games back in the 1980s called the MSX. We did not ever get the MSX here in the United States. It was, you know, one of those things that just like the X6800, another Japan-only home computer that just never made it here. And so we missed out on Metal Gear, and until Konami hired another studio to port it over to the Nintendo Entertainment System in the US, and that is apparently a very crappy version of the game. That is the only one I have played. You know, you land in the jungle and then you have to punch a dog. It's the very first thing that you have in the original Metal Gear on NES. But we are not playing that today. Today, we are going to be playing Metal Gear for the MSX, which comes to us via the Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence re-release. Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, another Japan-only entry in the series, were packaged in there and finally made it to the US just about a decade ago. And both of them were included in the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which came out for Xbox 360 and PS3 Vita a couple of years ago. And now, how we are playing this is we are actually playing the 2012-2013 package known as the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, which was released for the 25th anniversary of the series. Yes, it is kind of a wild trail that we are following to get in here. So here we are, everybody. Hoplon42, Yodel. We have so many of my favorite regulars here. Mithrin Deer 2390, otherwise known as the excellent critic known as Jake Muncie. Jake's surprise, we are playing the original Metal Gear, as I promised you on the internet that we would be playing something to make you plots. So before we get started, I would like the chat to pick what difficulty we're going to play this on. Are we playing original or easy? I have never played this game. I'm pretty bad at stealth games. Let's see how this goes. So just let me know. Get in there. Duke, hello to you. You Fairchild. There was an NES sequel, Snake's Revenge, that isn't canon, but it inspired Metal Gear 2. Yeah, You Fairchild. Original or go home. Oh, Yodel. Yodel. Easy. Really? Like, you're letting me off the hook? Can't believe it. Yeah, everybody, as Jake has said, it's surprisingly hard. I know that its reputation is pretty steep. Let's start it out, and if I really suck, we'll go to easy. How about that? But You Fairchild's story, Metal Gear 2 was sort of inspired by the release of the US-only Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge, which was not developed by Hideo Kojima. It was developed by another studio for Konami on the US Ultra label that many NES games were printed on. If you guys listen to Retronauts, the excellent show with Jeremy Parrish and Bob Mackey, and Ray Barnholt and Kat Bailey and others, they recently discussed the Ultra label and how Konami used Ultra games to publish more games for the NES in the US than Nintendo allowed, which is crazy. But yeah, when Hideo Kojima found out that they made Metal Gear 2 without him, he was like, screw that! I'm going back in there, and made Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which is similar to this game, that sort of top-down perspective and stealth, and also more or less exactly the same plot as Metal Gear Solid in a lot of ways. Metal Gear Solid is very much a retelling of Metal Gear 2, even though they're both follow in continuity. It's a whole thing. So here we go. We've got our codec communication. This is Big Boss. Operation Intrude N313. Infiltrate the enemy's base, Outer Heaven, and destroy the ultimate weapon, Metal Gear. I love that the ultimate weapon is a bipedal tank that'll walk around and shoot nuclear missiles anywhere on the planet. Like, that is the best. That is the most 80s thing that I can ever imagine. Like, yeah, it's a tank with legs that walks around. I guess it wasn't until 2001 that they decided, well, we're going to make an even more dangerous walking bipedal tank that can also swim and roar? Why can Metal Gear Rex roar? Like, why? Singleton loving it. Should have called it Japanese or American difficulty. So even the beginning here is very very Metal Gear Solid. You're coming up out of the water. You're rising out of the deep. That was a pretty quick phone call, though. Let's see. This is Big Boss. The mission is infiltration. Make sure that the enemy does not discover your whereabouts. Fine. I'm aware that it's a sneaking mission, Big Boss. Easily baffled. If you built a giant robot of destruction, would you make it roar? Yeah, you got me, dude. That's a pretty good point. That's a pretty good point. I can't argue with that. So I have played, I was saying this in the chat a moment ago, I have played Solid Snake, the sequel to this. Oh, he's got cigarettes. Of course he has cigarettes. How did I get in here? Alright. Screw you guys. Y'all don't know I'm here. I'm gonna hide behind this tank. Oh, why am I smoking? No, don't smoke, Snake. Oh, stop it. There we go. Yeah. Yodel, why would you have a Roomba that roars? What possible use could you get out of a Roomba that roars? I like that Metal Gear seems to be the only game where I've ever accidentally started smoking cigarettes. Thank you, Hideo Kojima, for that experience. So, first question for the chat today. I'm very curious about what you guys think of this. How are you feeling about Metal Gear Solid 5? Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain, not Ground Zeroes, the full game that will be out in September. So you guys know, next week, Engadget is going to have a very exhaustive preview of Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. Konami invited us out to a couple of different events to play it and check it out. Zav D'Amatos, a wonderful, wonderful writer and the former features editor of... How do I... There we go. Yeah, I punched that guy. He saw me. Easily baffled, I find your lack of faith in roaring robots disturbing. Nah. Nah. Yeah, actually, I would too. Alright, a lot of folks giving shout-outs to how they want Metal Gear Solid 5 in their life. Yeah, Zav D'Amatos, a wonderful writer, formerly of Joystick and Shack News, who's been doing some great work with us at Engadget, is going to have a lovely feature on Engadget. That'll be June 9th, that you will be able to read about his thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 5. And following that date, I'll be able to discuss my own thoughts on that matter. Ooh, those dogs found me. I also got some hands-on time with the Phantom Pain. And while I am legally barred due to a non-disclosure agreement from telling you what I thought about it or any details, let me just say this. That's it. I'll say that. These guys are going to see me. These guys are totally going to see me. You, Fairchild, they're not diamond dogs. Oh, Chris PJ88, go and punch that guy some more. That'll raise my class, that'll raise my level. You gotta get some class. You gotta make a classy Solid Snake. I don't necessarily feel like classing up Snake. I'm not sure where to go here. Oh, God. I keep waiting. Mac and Jeeves, I'm excited about public access on Engadget. I'm hoping I get picked to write some stuff. Yeah, man, if anybody is unfamiliar, we are doing a new thing at Engadget called Public Access, which is, you know, more than a comment section. It's a place where you can pitch articles yourselves and write them for the site, and they'll just be on Engadget.com. I heartily encourage you guys to check that out. If you go to Engadget right now, you can check it out. Yodel, Anthony has thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 5, but legally he can't remember them. Legally, I can't. I can't tell you guys about how Konami kidnapped a bunch of journalists and then held them hostage at their camp. Oh, God! So, alright, a bunch of dudes just saw me in a truck. Hey, oh, geez, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God! Get off of me! Why are... Oh, man. So note that if bad guys just touch you, you start to get hurt. Single and loving it, please tell me you used a PS4 controller and not an iPhone. Yeah, I think I can legally tell you that. Don't worry, I was not playing Venom Snake's Match 3 Adventure. That's not a thing that happened. Oh, shoot. Get out of here. Keep punching, you thugs. Wow, this is hard. Metal Gear is hard. I'm dead. And I died. Yeah, Mac and Jeeves, what you don't know is that Big Boss and Outer Heaven equip all of their military vehicles are basically TARDISes. And they are larger on the inside than they are on the outside. That's the only explanation for those trucks. Alright, so I'm not going to go right this time. Actually, Single and Loving It, will you do me a huge favor? Keep a death count running for us. Let's do this old school. Keep a nice death count running. Let's figure out how many times I die in the attempt here. How do you guys play your stealth games? I got in a conversation about this with a couple of people in the past couple of weeks, and you know, I'm one of those guys, like, I try. All right, Chris PJ88, you were right. I can just get multiple rations. Good call. Yeah, so I tend to play stealth games, a lot like what you guys are seeing here. I go in, I try to be a little patient, but I take a lot of risks. I try to get out in front of things, and I try to make progress probably a little bit faster than I should. But that's how I like to play it. Like, I like to, like, really sort of push my luck. Like somebody would in, you know, not like in a real situation, but definitely, like, in a movie. Like, I want to feel like Solid Snake is a ridiculous action hero, and considering the way the stories in these things go, that is exactly, like, that seems to fit. Like, you know, you wouldn't sit there and, like, wait in the weeds for 45 minutes. You would jump out of the weeds, do a flip, do something crazy with a machine gun, and then talk to somebody for an hour. About philosophy, and love, and wolves, and ravens. But yeah, you know, I know a lot of people don't enjoy that style of play in... Yeah! Haha! Notice that guy wasn't alerted as I punched him 3 times. Duke, the story should have Saints Row gameplay. Absolutely. That's actually super accurate. Oh, Chris PJ88. And the enemy soldiers only see you in a straight line. Very small cone. See, that helps. Knowing that, because I've been playing this already thinking that it played like Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel for the Game Boy Color, which is an excellent game that really, really needs to be re-released. And also sort of thinking about it like it was Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear 2 also... Ooh, jeez! These guys really know all about it. Oh, I bet I need to frickin' select that. Yeah, do I have a key card? I thought I had a key card. I missed the key card. Like an idiot, I missed the key card. Alright. Alright. I used one of my rations. I can't use 2 of my rations. Look at this guy. Look at this guy who thinks he's so cool. Why don't you come over here, boss? Why don't you come on up? You're gonna get punched. Oh, man. You and your stupid diagonal bullets. This game is not easy, guys. Daniel 1823, what's love got to do with it? Dude, it's what blooms on the battlefield. What's love got to do with snakes? So yeah, how do you guys play your stealth games? Are you like super slow, super steady, super careful? Do you play on like hard mode? Do you know your CQC? Or do you kind of rush it? Keep your rations equipped. What would I do without you, Chris? One of these trucks has that key card I'm looking for. I think I remember that. Yup. Ha! Way to look at a straight line, you stupid soldier. TMB Bandy 01, run and gun, but you Fairchild says, no alerts, no kills, super careful, restart if I get an alert. So that's a lot easier. Whoa, jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. That's what I get for paying attention to other things. I'm gonna heal up. Bam. Give me that. Pizzledat, and you should play GoldenEye 07 for N64. Speaking of awesome stealth games. See, but like, you know, alright, maybe I was just impatient and like stupid and young, but when I played GoldenEye, like back when GoldenEye first came out and I would play it, like, I didn't understand how the stealth worked. Like, it seemed like totally variable how the other guys would know where you were and when you were. Yeah! Bullets! I'm getting out of here. Getting right in this elevator. I love the color palette of this game, by the way. I love how, like, ridiculously cheesy it looks. Tama player, this game is hard as balls. You're not kidding so far, man. It is certainly not easy. Data save. What do you think about that, game? I ain't afraid of you. New file. Twilight Error, one of my favorite folks who shows up here for the streams. For me, stealth games are an excellent opportunity for me to develop new and imaginative insanities. Yeah, like, I'm right there with you. There are many times that I've played Metal Gear Solid, especially Metal Gear Solid 2, and I'll be making great progress, and then I'll get spotted. And the things that come out of me when I'm spotted in a stealth game, like, I'll be like, eat a bag of dragons, dickneck, which is one of my all-time faves. Oh, crap, cameras. Ha! Daniel1823, cheater. I have no problem using game saves. If it's in the game, it's not cheating. Even when it's labeled cheats, it's not cheating. Can I get in here? Alright, I can't get in there. I wish it was clearer. Oh, crap. Crap. You get jacked, son! Ooh, jeez. Yeah, don't flank me. Single and Lovin' It makes an excellent point. Stealth games really need fast loading times. That is, like, one of those things. So, I actually really like Dishonored a lot. Dishonored, if you guys are unfamiliar, Dishonored is a sort of, like, weird fantasy stealth hybrid that's like steampunk Deus Ex. Came out a couple of years ago. Bethesda published, Arcane developed. Very cool game. But Dishonored was just crippled with loading times unless you were playing on PC and you had like a terabyte, flash hard drive, solid state drive rather than an HDD. And the load times just sort of killed you. I did want to hit this too. Jake said, I try to play as close as I can to no alert with careful planning and slow play. But when things go crazy, I like to try to adapt and get away. After I've played a game a couple of times, though, I go for no alert runs. Yeah, man. I've never really done the no alert run. But when I do get an alert, I tend to not run and gun. I'm with you there. I tend to say, all right, I'm going to wait for things to chill out, and then I'm going to come back and see what's going on. Like right here, I don't think that guy is going to come... Oh, yeah, come up here, dude. I got a fist for you. A fist full of snakes. Boom. Yeah, that's CQC. I like... I like 1987 CQC where it's just like, meh. And like, the enemy guards seem to be like, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop hitting me. And then they just disappear. Yeah, Jake, I know I have a gun. Why would I use it? Like some kind of yutz. Because I'm being powerful. Not really. Yeah, Chris PJ88 has a interesting insight. Said, this game is easy peasy when you know the mechanics and really hard when you don't. Which is kind of true of all Metal Gear games. Metal Gear games tend to be pretty obtuse in a lot of ways. Oh, look at this dude. Hey, man. I'm saved. Alright, you're saved. Tell me about some things. Alright, fine. Don't tell me about some things. Pizzled Head, did they release this as a PS Plus game? No. As you Fairchild points out, the I'm gonna save again. Sorry, guys, you're gonna have to deal with often, like, regularly saving now, because I'm a coward. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, the Like, what do we want to call that, guys? What do we want to call Ground Zeroes? Are we gonna call Ground Zeroes a demo? Does it count as a demo? Because there's actually a fair amount of content there. You know, there are the whoa, 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 God! Gas. I got gassed. I got gassed. I went in the gas room. Alright, no. Screw this. I'm going right back in there. Like a yachts, I went into the gas room. Yeah, original difficulty. Like a champion original difficulty. You Fairchild, I don't know, man. That's... So, I think that's a fair point. You Fairchild here in the chat says, it's to Phantom Pain what the Tanker chapter was to Metal Gear Solid 2. And I think that that is fair to say. And, you know, I guess people complained that Ground Zeroes was $40, but people sure did pay $50 for that copy of Zone of the Enders to get their hands on the Tanker chapter's demo of Metal Gear Solid 2 back in 2000. Or 2001, rather. But, you know, the Tanker chapter, I would say, had... Yeah, you know what, you Fairchild, I was about to disagree with you. I was about to say, no, that's not an accurate comparison, and the Tanker chapter was much better. But I think that in a lot of ways that they are both very representative of the games that they're going to be. The sort of open nature of Phantom Pain is very much reflected by the open nature of Ground Zeroes, where you have this playfield, you can choose how you approach things, and then when you go back and it gives you these other objectives. If you guys haven't played Ground Zeroes, there's like a story mode, and then you unlock all these secondary objectives. You can go back into the space and pursue those and play through them. And it's pretty freaking cool. Like, you collect these audio logs, you free prisoners, it's pretty rad. And, like, there's all the weird story stuff that Metal Gear is known for, although there's no David Hayter. We all miss David Hayter. Metal Gear. God, that guy's voice is great. I love it. Oop, I'm not going to walk out there. But yeah, like, the Tanker chapter for Metal Gear Solid 2 is just as indicative of the game that, you know, it's preparing you to fully play. But I will say that I think the Tanker chapter is actually more complete than Ground Zeroes. I don't think Ground Zeroes is bad by any means. I don't regret buying it. I think it's interesting. But I will say that I think that the Tanker chapter, there's more meat on that bone. You know, you can wander through that place and really, really sort of get a feel for the intricate nature of the stealth gameplay that you're ultimately going to get in Metal Gear Solid 2. And, like, it's not as weirdly gross as Ground Zeroes is. Ground Zeroes! Alright, are you guys ready for a spoiler? Tell me if you guys are okay with a Ground Zeroes spoiler in the chat. I don't want to spoil it. Yodel knows that I have all kinds of problems spoiling things here on the stream, so I won't spoil Ground Zeroes. But if you guys okay with the Ground Zeroes spoiler? We talk? Yeah, you Fairchild knows where I'm going with this. It's gross. I'm not going in that gas room. All right, Durgan Rook, no spoilers. Mac and Jeeves, I'll take my earphones out. It's 2 votes. Do it from Duke. That's 2 for a yes. Daniel 1823, they need to do a clone story. They did a clone story. Metal Gear Solid is essentially Spider-Man's Clone Wars all over again. But with, like, a lot more, like... It's exactly like the Clone Saga from Spider-Man, but with more incest and birds eating giant men for no reason underground. Alright, do it in case there wasn't clear. If you guys don't want spoilers, stop watching for the next 20 seconds. 20 seconds, okay? And then we'll be right back. So when you find Paz, like the story part of Ground Zeroes is that you're trying to find a young woman and a young man who were your buddies in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. And when you do, Paz, the young woman, has literally, like, there is a bomb inside of her guts. There is, like, a bomb in her belly, and another bomb that has been put in her reproductive organs. It's freaking brutal. And, like, I'm not saying that Metal Gear Solid isn't a war game and isn't, like, accustomed to extreme violence, but it comes out of nowhere. Like, this just, like, extreme body horror stuff. And, you know, I kind of like my Metal Gear a little bit more goofy, I guess. Like, and it is. Like, in Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, you can spend an inordinate number of times, inordinate amount of your time tying a balloon to a goat, and then the goat will fly into the air and an airplane will steal it so you can have a herd of goats on your military base. That is a thing you can do in that game. And that's ridiculous and wonderful, and I will spend all the time in the world just stealing goats. Because that's how I like my video games. But, you know, I just don't think a freaking spleen explosive is really of a piece with that. Maybe it is, I might be wrong. Mac and Cheese likes the spoiler without any any sound. Well, there you go. There you go. You get the whole thing. You Fairchild, do they ever actually say that that's where the second bomb was? That's what everyone assumes, but I don't think it's explicitly stated. It is very, very heavily implied by the audio recordings of Chico and Paz that you can find as you complete the secondary missions. It is never explicitly stated, but, like, you know, I guess it's really not that far off. Like, Metal Gear Solid 2 does have a moment where one of the characters will break into a half-hour-long soliloquy about, like, how he used to sleep with his stepmother. Like, out of the blue. It's insane. And his stepmother was a crazy sniper, murderess, who you fight in the original game, and it's a whole thing. Get out of here. Get out of here. Have some bullets. Have some bullets. I got seen by a camera like an idiot. I cleaned that up pretty tidy. Pistol Dad says the second bomb was in the brain. I did not know that. Jake Muncie, yeah. And yeah, Jake Muncie also says, yeah, the audio logs do suggest it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us here at 4 o'clock, my name is Anthony John Agnello, Engadget streams producer, and today we're playing Metal Gear. Not Metal Gear Solid, not Metal Gear Acid. We are playing Metal Gear, the 1987 original for the MSX. We're also not playing the NES version. We are playing the original game. And I'm having a rough go of it. Chris PJ88 has been offering me some guidance on how to play. Chris, where am I supposed to go, dude? Can I get through that gas room? I don't think I could. Is there a place that I am forgetting to go on the first floor? This is Big Boss. Watch out. Big Boss, stop stating the obvious, dude. I guess Big Boss probably should state the obvious, considering how badly I messed up before. Alright. And I can't go through this door. One floor down. Ah, got it. Oh, I need to find the gas mask. Thank you, Fairchild. Thank you, Chris. We're gonna find this gas mask. We did find a gas room. I died in the gas room like a yutz. And we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this damn action. I gotta say, this is actually not as hard as I was expecting it to be. The reputation of this game is that it is just a freaking bruiser, and I was, like, really fully prepared to come in and get my ass handed to me the entire time. Oh, Yodel, don't say those things. Yodel, I really want Kojima to meet up with John Carpenter and make the third Snake Plissken movie. Oh no! Bullets! Very slow bullets! Yeah, I died. I died. Single and loving it, strike that, that's another death. Nuke, nice. Liquid! Raythan. Hey Anthony, I was such a fan of Joystick and the podcast. I went to listen to the final couple episodes because I missed the last month of the show, but they were not available. Are you doing a podcast now? Man, God, Raythan, I am so sorry to be the bearer of bad news, because I loved doing the podcast. Everybody at Joystick loved doing the podcast. We still hold it very close to our hearts. But unfortunately, when Joystick was shuttered, AOL, the corporate parent of Joystick and Engadget, decided to not continue to pay for our hosting. So many of us still have the files, but they are not available on iTunes or anywhere else online right now. I know if you hit up Richard Mitchell, the former reviews editor at Joystick, on Twitter, he has access to an archive of a lot of those podcasts. And he's at the Richard M. Twitter.com at the Richard M. And if you guys do enjoy podcasts, let me tell you this. I will be doing a podcast very soon in the future this summer, and I encourage you to follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/ajohnagnello. And you guys can always know about like what streams are coming up, and follow me there because, man, our E3 plans are freaking bananas. We're going to be doing streams every single day with developers from the show floor talking to us by phone, which is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But yes, Raythan, don't worry. I have not quit podcasting. I know Engadget plans to do podcasting at some point, and get psyched. Yeah. And in the meantime, follow us here on twitch.tv/joystick. And you can get the closest thing to. Duke, Richard's PC stream is still a classic. Man, I should really like send out a link to the archive of that. After the stream, I will go find the archive of that PT stream that Richard and I did right after it came out, because that is easily one of the best streams we ever did. My God, that was so much fun. God. We were on the air for like 4 hours trying to figure out how to do that stupid thing. It kills me that that game will not come out. What? Punching these guys. So, also, if anybody is just joining us, we are looking for a gas mask in Metal Gear. If you know where the gas mask is, I would love to know where the freaking goddamn gas mask is. Some days you just can't find a gas mask. Gas masks have changed. Ah! Here we go. This is it. Yawn, I'm sleepy. What a yutz. I'm gonna go punch this guy. Hey, chump. Bump! I don't even care. Because I'm Snake. So yeah, what, alright, now let's go downstairs. I really like this. I was actually not sure what to expect. And as discussed earlier, I have played Metal Gear 2, the sequel to this game on the MSX. I have played Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel for Game Boy Color, which is like, man, Konami on the Game Boy was so hit or miss. I do not know if you guys have a lot of experience playing Konami's Game Boy and Game Boy Color output, but like, they would go back and forth. Like, one game would be unbelievably good, and another one would suck. And, like, so perfect example, I just recently played for the very first time the third Castlevania Game Boy game, which came out in 1998, called Castlevania Legends. Castlevania Legends was the... Oh, there we go. The one and only Castlevania game before Order of Ecclesia to feature a female hero in the lead. We are not counting Rondo of Blood, because Maria was an unlockable character. You had to play through as Richter before you get to Maria. Castlevania Legends is awful! It's unplayable! Like, I finished it, but it's still, like, it's just so bad. It really, like, it feels like a doujin game. Like, it feels like something a bunch of fans made in, like, 1987 that nobody would ever get around to. But Castlevania 2, amazing. Amazing. Meanwhile, Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel from Konami came out, like, a year, maybe, after Ghost Babel, and, like, after Castlevania Legends, and it kicks ass. It is so freaking good. But it is a lot slower paced than this is, and it's more similar to, oh, crap. No, don't kill me because you're touching me. More slower paced and much more like Metal Gear 2, because there's a lot more of, like, the stealth maneuvering stuff that you can do, you know, in Metal Gear Solid. You can get down on your stomach and crawl, you can hide behind corners and all that sort of thing. Chris PJ88, I will put on the gas mask. I promise. I'm going to put on the gas mask. And you, Fairchild, yes, I'm going to save the game. Yodel, yeah, the only good Castlevania on the Game Boy is the second one. That game is great. Castlevania The Adventure 2 is great. An excellent game. Great music. Lusan, I used to have it. It was a cool Game Boy Color game. Why have they not re-released that, man? Put that on 3DS. Get that out in the world. Alright, we've saved up. We're gonna get in there. Give me that gas mask. Here we go. I'm ready. Ready to get out in the world. Oh, no, wait. Gotta open the door. Door open. Gas mask. Ha ha ha. I don't even care about your gas. I don't care about your gas. Wow, you Fairchild. My favorite is Portrait of Ruin. Ballsy choice. Very interesting. I also recently restarted playing Order of Ecclesia. I would say that of the DS Castlevanias, Order of Ecclesia is my favorite. It doesn't have my favorite scene in the DS Castlevanias, though. My favorite scene is in Dawn of Sorrow, when you do the optional hunt for the Mothman, because it's ridiculous, and frankly, any scene in a Castlevania game that brings to mind Richard Gere is a good and special thing. As the Angels Fall, I've only ever lasted 5 minutes on this ever. We are currently at 45 minutes, my friend. And I think we're doing okay. I think we're... Oh, crap. So I have to take off the mask to open this door. That's a bunch of crap. I almost died doing that. That is such bull. Punched! I think, guys, I think I have to do this. I think I have to ration up. Am I a coward? Am I a coward, Chris PJ? Am I a coward for rationing up? I think I did the right thing. I think I did the right thing. Hey, man. We're getting the hell out of here. Thanks for saving me. The Foxhound member that infiltrated this base a few days ago is unharmed. Good news. That guy sounds like a real diamond dog. I don't know why. I don't know why he sounded so breathy. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh crap! 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 Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, I can't carry any more bullets. Get in there. Oh, I can't get in there. All right, that door is out of bounds. Oh. Chris PJ88, false wall in that one. False wall in the cell that I was just in before? You need some boom boom. Oh, a little C4 action, if you will. I understand that. I understand that biz. Wait, what? What military base would have this? What? Why would that be there? I don't even care. Why is there like a Zelda trap in the middle of this room? That's ridiculous. Wow. Like, it makes me really happy that Metal Gear games were always really dumb and silly. Alright. Yeah, Durgan Rock. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't there be? That is the true 80s security features. That's a good call, Duke. That is a good call. Alright. Let's see here. It's in my weapons. Plastic explosive. You'll find by knocking on the walls. Wow, this is Zelda. I like too that like we're clearly indoors. We're clearly on like the second floor of this facility because we rode up an elevator. But that said, there are two rooms directly next to each other, yet this one has windows with natural light coming in. Perfect. Thank you. You will find the false wall by knocking on the walls. So I don't know, you guys probably can't tell because the game is pumping directly through. But the volume is pretty low on my end because I don't want feedback coming through. Yeah, Jake Muncie, yes. Metal Gear was just Zelda all along. Surprise. Alright, I'm gonna blow up this wall. Oof. I cannot... Chris, where am I headed here? Help a brother out. Chris PJ88, who has basically been, like, our living guide. I feel like we should pay you for your services. I'll pay you in hugs. I'll pay you in karma and goodwill. Yeah, guys. Hyrule Historia 2 is gonna come out and realize that all Zelda and all Metal Gear games are all in the same timeline. Surprise. You know what that means? Revolver Ocelot was the owl the entire time. Oh man. My fan fiction is just gonna get crazy now. Bottom wall somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. In the cell. One. Two. Man. Yodel, yes. The Mario Kart timeline does link them all. Alright, shoot. Gotta go get more C4. I bet that guy is still sleeping in here. No! No! Oh, I think the Zelda trap knew I was freaking making fun of it. Yeah, screw you, Zelda trap! No one cares! Go back to Twilight Princess, you damn kids. I have no idea what that means, by the way. Hey guys, favorite Zelda game? Toss it out there. I'll go first. Link's Awakening. Boom. Done in one. That game's amazing. You have to wake up a dreaming fish by playing a tiny little drum and a xylophone. I don't think that anything could be better in all of video game history. I like that as I've gotten further in here. Oh wow, you Fairchild, Oracle of Ages, ballsy choice. I don't often hear Ages brought up outside of the context of Seasons, though. I tend to prefer Ages over Seasons as well. I really just wish that they were both one game. I honestly think that, like, had Flagship edited those games down a little, it would have been even better. A lot of shout-outs for Ocarina, a lot of shout-outs for Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is so good, Daniel 1823. God, it is just so good. Daniel 1823, what did you think of the Nintendo 3DS remake of Majora's Mask? Because I honestly, like, I could never bring myself to replay that game start to finish, like a 100% run. But the 3DS got me to do it, and I really loved that version. I thought it was wonderful. Lusan, you do not think that the CDI games are the best Zeldas. This is just a lie. Duke, the Game Boy one is Link's Awakening. That's the island one. That's the best one. Carlisle 1311, Link Between Worlds. Hoplon 42, you just don't mean that, the one where you play the one as the title character. I don't think that's the case. I would actually go as far as to say, in that my career as a video game critic and journalist, that I think the best thing I ever wrote was an article about Link's Awakening, actually. Maybe not the best, but certainly the thing that I'm most proud of. Boy, did I love writing that article. You can find that at the AV Club, the Onion's AV Club. Vincent, I like Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, but I'm old school. Dude, I'm right there with you. I don't understand why, like, some people don't care for Zelda 2. It's such a good game. I mean, it is unforgiving, and I will say that there are some aspects of it that are clearly tied to the technology and thinking of the time. It's not nearly as clean as the original Legend of Zelda, but man, it's just so good. And Lusan, remember Battle of Olympus? I played Battle of Olympus for the very first time last year. Really interesting game. Hard as shit. Oh my god. And another TM Bandy 01, another shout out for Link to the Past. My god, that game is good. It's just so good. Speaking of good games, Metal Gear kicks ass. This game is really fun. I'm really enjoying it. I was honestly not expecting to. I was expecting it to be old and janky and to kick my ass. But here we are. You Fairchild, because it was weirdly different, which makes no sense because Super Mario Bros. 2 and Doki Doki Panic doesn't get anything for being so different. I think it does. I think Doki Doki Panic and Super Mario Bros. USA, if you want to get fancy, have certainly gotten a little bit of a weird reputation at this point. Because it's so different than the other Mario games, and because it's so different than Super Mario Bros. 3. I loved that Nintendo was willing to be so freaky with mainline sequels back then. It's like, what else we got in the tank, you know? What other crazy ideas can we lay out for folks? Mac and Cheese. Anthony, how'd you get so lucky to be doing the job you're doing now, playing video games and hanging out with all of us cool people? How did I get started? Honestly, it was not easy to get to the point that I am professionally. Oh, that is not floor that I want to touch. That looks bad. You know what, Mac and Cheese, we'll save this my origin story for another time. How about that? Or if you guys really want to hear it, let me know in the chat, and I'll tell you all about it. You Fairchild has mentioned Skyward Sword. It just goes through the motions. It just kind of does what's expected of Zelda, but doesn't innovate or do anything interesting. I actually kind of love Skyward Sword, and I know that I'm in the minority on loving Skyward Sword, and I would like to say that I think many of the criticisms leveled against Skyward Sword are completely fair. That is a game in bad need of an editor, and I'm really worried about Zelda Wii U. Not because I don't think it'll be good or that Nintendo makes bad games. In fact, I think they're on a friggin' roll lately. Like, they're just killing it. Link Between Worlds was amazing. The Zelda team slayed that game. But that said, like, I worry when they decide to go too big and be like, oh, it needs more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. Like, it really doesn't. And I would always prefer there to be, like, my Zelda games to have a less is more attitude. And I think the big problem with Skyward Sword is that it tries to do too much. Like, sending you back to all of those small places and, like, making you collect notes for a song. Like, why is that shit there? It ruins what's otherwise this really beautiful game. And what I love most about Skyward Sword is how it's sort of very much about community. You know, like, Link is very tied to Skyloft in a way that he's really not with Hyrule or any of the other places that he lives in the games. I want to see if the other soldiers come in here now that they saw me. I don't think they will. Yeah, single and loving it. I liked Skyward Sword until it made me redo stuff. Vincent, ever heard of Crystallis? I've never gotten around to playing Crystallis. I know that its reputation is very, very good. I would love to check that out at some point. Oh, man. Enough with the shooting guy. Come here. Come here. Everybody's getting punched. Yeah, Bill D, you're right. Skyward Sword reviewed excellently when it first came out. Oh, what is that? What is that? Rockets? Huh. I don't know what to do with this rocket. Ooh. Come here. Daniel1823, that's a very good point. Wind Waker was good at making you do redo stuff. Like, forcing you to redo things. I actually, like, especially in the HD remaster, love sailing around to get the Triforce pieces. I thought that was really cool. I mean, it can be a little tedious, but, like, I love the idea that you're recovering all of these pieces of a lost world. Chris PJ88, yes, somebody is backing up a truck. In the real world. Oh, Luson, you have to destroy that control panel. I will go do that. I do have this key card, and I'm wondering if it's worth going back to try and... No, I'll just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward so we can see more of this game, because I really think it's cool, and I like it. Digital Chorus! Which version is this? We're playing the MSX version. We're playing the original 1987 Metal Gear for MSX. We are playing it by using the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection for PlayStation 3. So we went into the disc, we went into Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, and now we are playing. You Fairchild, the truck have started to move. Nicely done. Expertly done. Pizzledat, you asked a couple of questions. What's my take on the Nintendo NX? And also, what do I think the first game from Nintendo and DNA is going to be? I do not know what the first game from Nintendo and DNA is going to be, or what that's going to be like. I would say, if you would like a good idea of what that's probably going to be like, take a look at what Nintendo did with developing the Super Mario Brothers and Puzzle and Dragons crossover, because Nintendo didn't develop that in-house. It's made primarily by Gung Ho Entertainment Online. The guys who make Puzzles and Dragons, that's what Gung Ho does. Yeah, if you've played the Mario Puzzles and Dragons games, like, yeah, there is a bunch of Super Mario Brothers characters, and there's Super Mario Brothers sound effects, but it all feels a little off. And I'm worried that the DNA mobile games that they make are going to be similar. But I also know that an internal Nintendo producer is going to be working directly on all of the... Players cannot move while controlling the missile. Good. Good, good, good. Here we go. I'm going to try and blow this thing up. Oh! 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 Bam! Nice. You Fairchild, I nailed it, dude. I nailed it. I'm going to save again, just because I don't know why. It's just going to checkpoint things anyway. And Pizzledat, as for what I think of the Nintendo NX, I think it is going to be the console that I have wanted Nintendo to make since the GameCube, which is a machine that is both a portable and something that you plug into your television. And I'm not just basing that guess on nothing. Nintendo has already said, Satoru Iwata has said in multiple investor meetings, that what they're doing is trying to link together their mobile, handheld gaming and console gaming development to finally link those things more closely. The hardware teams, the Nintendo, DS and 3DS and Wii and Wii U teams used to be in separate locations. Now they're all in the same office. So the NX is going to finally bridge the gap between those things, which is the best thing in the world. Because I don't think that Nintendo... A lot of people say that, Nintendo's console business is done, their hardware business is done, and I think that's bullshit. I think it's absolute bullshit. I think that what the problem is Nintendo's splitting its potential market right down the middle, when they can sell one device, and then all of these different accessories to people who are buying their games. And that's what they need to do. Oh, UA, Fairchild. UA, Fairchild. Now I got it. Now I got it. I nailed it. Nailed it. Yodel, you like that? My track record of name pronunciation is still just flawless. Shit. Alright. Who got shot? Oh, I got shot. Oh, what? What? Oh. Wow. Wow, so far back. That is so mean. You guys are dicks. Alright, wow. I'm glad I just saved. What is interesting about playing Metal Gear right now, I have to say, is that this is... Oh, what? What? That's a bullshit checkpoint, come on! Yeah, what's interesting about Metal Gear is that I can still see all the DNA of this in Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, you are still, in many ways, playing this game. And I like that Hideo Kojima is such a restless director that he, has this idea and he always uses it as a base. This thing here is the clay that he throws on the wheel every single time, and then reassesses what it's going to be, how it's going to work, and all that jazz. I am so annoyed that I have to get all the way back there. That is brutal. Single and loving it, I did load my save data. And, what it does is it checkpoints you. Which is a bunch of crap. I wonder, has anybody played the easy mode compared to the original? Oh man, get out of here. You didn't see nothing. Is this, is that what's different between the easy and hard modes? Does easy mode, give you more forgiving checkpoint? Because these checkpoints are some bull, man. Brutal. Just brutal. Let's get through this, though. Let's push forward. I don't even care about the gas. I don't believe in gas. I do believe in gas. Gas is a real thing. It's what happens to liquid. And I managed to do that without getting hurt too bad. I punched that guy a lot. Oh! Oh, son of a beep, beep, beep. You won't find me if I'm in this cell, chumps. Oh wow, they know I'm still in here. Crap. Bullets! Bullets! Oh, dude, come on. Bullets! Oh no, Zelda room. Oh no, oh no. If, anyway, by the way, guys, we have 25 minutes left on today's stream. If you just happen to be joining us right now, welcome. This is JXE Streams. My name is Anthony John Agnello. I am the streams producer here at Engadget.com. Today we are playing the original Metal Gear for the MSX. And, oh, Chris PJ has just told us we're playing Metal Gear on the original difficulty setting today. And there is an easy setting, and Chris has informed us what is the difference between original and easy mode, which is that the elevator is a checkpoint no matter what, and easy mode gives you higher limit of items and lower damage from enemies. That's really not so bad. Like, you know, I don't see... I always find it funny when there's just like a steep difference between the, or like, harder and easier difficulties in games, and I appreciate when they're not too far apart. Yeah, we have just a little over 20 minutes left, and if you guys would like to see anything else in the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, we can do that. We can fire up Metal Gear Solid and like just watch the intro. We can go ahead and try... Oh, come on! You chump! Punch you in the dome! We can check out any of the Metal Gear Solid games. We can check out Peace Walker. We could check out Metal Gear 2 for the MSX. Just, let me know. And we will be happy to fire that up for the viewing audience. Let it never be said that we aren't interested in pleasing you. I will give you a little bit of a tease for what we have for you on Thursday. We are going to be streaming with the developer of a really cool-looking game, card-based strategy game, which is usually like not the kind of thing that I go for. I'm not a card game guy. I'm really not into deck building, and like it's not like that I think those games are bad or anything like that. I think those games are great, but they're just not what I tend to go for in my video gaming life. But we're going to be playing this one. It's called Duelist. And Duelist looks really, really cool. And the creator of the game pitched it to me as a game heavily inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics. But with card-based fighting. And you PvP. You play against somebody. And frankly, that's all he needed to say to convince me to get interested. So we're going to be playing Duelist, and that'll be here at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you have not clicked the follow button, that wee follow button at the bottom of the screen, do so. Do so. Lusan! Kojima confirmed for Engadget streaming Metal Gear Acid 3. Done! Metal Gear Acid 3 and Revengeance 2 are the same thing. Surprise. So this was at E3 in E3 2012? Yeah, E3 2012. I was lucky enough to interview Atsushi Inaba from Platinum. Atsushi Inaba is the producer of, like, amazing games. He's the producer on Bayonetta. He's the producer on Vanquish. He was, like, one of the guys who made Okami and God Hand at Capcom back when. Atsushi Inaba is just a badass. And I got to sit down with him and the guy from Kojima Productions, whose name is now escaping my mind, which is killing me, because he's such a talented creator, and they were the two guys collaborating on Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. And we were sitting there talking, and I realized halfway through that the guy from Kojima Productions, who had been, you know, working on Rising when it was still in-house at Koji Pro, and then was working with Platinum Games, was the guy who directed the Metal Gear Acid games. And I actually asked him, I was like, oh man, when are we gonna see Metal Gear Acid 3? And he just started laughing, like, really, really hard. And he was like, somebody remembers Metal Gear Acid? And he was like, yeah, you know, everybody at the studio still, like, teases me about those games because they were so weird. AIM 707, I died and had to retrack my steps. Did you not catch that? That I died? And there's checkpoints in the game that are really harsh? That's what happened. UA, we are all remembering Metal Gear Acid. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Jake Muncie. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories is no fun at all, but it is kind of narratively important. Isn't that a bummer? God, it's so narratively important. That is where all the Nominee and freaking Organization 13 crap comes from. But holy crap, does it suck to play. I quit Chain of Memories on the final boss. I have no qualms admitting that. I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. Okay. There we go. Let's see if I can do this as easily as I did it before. Bam! Perfect. Give me my rations. Give me my gun. And let's freaking take care of this. Boom! Okay. Gunning it seemed to work, and that's just okay. Can't get through that. Can get through that. Hey, dude! Oh, Diane from the Resistance will provide you with support at 120.33. Nice. 123.3. I love the old school receiver sound. That's great. This is Solid Snake. Diane! This is Steve. Diane? If I know Diane, she's gone shopping and won't have come back yet. What? What? Diane has gone shopping. The hell kind of Resistance leader goes shopping? Daniel1823, we will see you next time, brother. Thank you for hanging out. Greatly appreciated. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's get to this action. How is he gonna get out of there after I leave? How does he know I got gas? that. Let's do this. Crap! Again with these guys. Can I get out? Can I get out? Ha-ha! Young punks. Oh, I know where I am. Oh no! Oh no! Wow, the soundtrack is so old school Konami. This sounds straight out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES. Come on. What is... Oh, God. Oh, silencer. Ha ha ha. Nice. Red Potato 15, the hungry kind. Good point. Do I have to activate this somehow? Probably not. I guess it's okay. Alright, rations are out. I think I know where I am. I wish this game gave you a map. I know where I am. Alright, I got my silencer. Now I'll call Diane. Hello, Diane. Diane, yeah, I know they have a suppressor. Diane, I'm done with you. Done. Never talking to you again, Diane. Give me... Oh! Grenade launcher. With no grenades. Damn it. Yeah, Chris PJ88. You know, considering it looks like Hideo Kojima is no longer going to be with Konami, if they just decide to remake these with the Fox engine, I think that would be freaking awesome. I would be thrilled about that. I'm right there with you. Okay. Interesting that the doors are just open now. Ooh, what is that? Cardboard box! Cardboard box! Ah! Yeah. Nope. Nope. Oh no. No, no, no. I don't have any freaking rations left. Okay, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I am gonna go find rations. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, Lusan, I think that's the room with the false wall. Nice. Son of a bitch. I gotta get out of here. Elevator checkpoint. Elevator checkpoint. Makes me want to sing Elevator Love Song by the Stars. Because why not? Oh, guys, enough with the shift change. Oh, no. Oh, no. Crap. Oh, man. Yeah, Chris PJ, that's what I was doing. I was going back to the beginning to farm rations. But check it out, man. I checkpointed it, so that wasn't too bad of a loss. That's great. So I guess just going back to the elevator sort of saves your game, which is weird. Very odd touch. Where are those guys? There they are. There they are. Nice shift change, chumps. Give me them bullets. Single, I'm loving it. 5 deaths is not that bad, right? Right? okay with that count. 69-0 every time. Pop, pop, pop. And we're gonna go to the right. Oh, did I miss? Yeah, I missed it. Like an idiot. Haven't been all the way back here yet. Oh, no, that's where I got the gas mask. Right. Again, man. Ha! Duke, this ain't Super Meat Boy. Right. A little bit more forgiving. Ever so slightly more forgiving. You? You. Alright. I'm gonna use that ration right now. Little of that. A little of that. Getting the hell out of here. Oh, I fucked that up. Man. The music is great. Okay. Yeah, shift change. I love that. That is such a weird touch. Alright, guys. This is it. We're making it back there. We're making real progress. Like a real infiltration expert. It's weird to think about how in 1987, like how new this really was. How weird it was to play a game that didn't, you know, that was action-y, that had like some of the shooting and weird stuff that was in games up to that point, but mixed it with a sort of adventure. You know, we were joking around before about how this was so similar to Zelda. And now that I'm playing it for myself, it is so similar to the original Legend of Zelda. Like, in the way that it's, you know, it's a little less open. You know, you can't just go anywhere. But in the way that it, like, sits there and says, alright, well, you know, here are all the ways in which, you know, you're gonna just sort of get left on your own. You need to find these things to progress. It's a very, very of a piece. Alright, and this, somebody had said that this was the room with the false wall. So I'm trying to punch the walls to figure out where that door may be. I don't think this is it. All these sound the same, dude. Nothing. Nothing. Oh. Ah, crap. There is just no getting out of that room. Oh, no. To hell with you. To hell with all of you. Send them to Missouri. Oh, new elevator. With many places to go. Oh, man. Wow. God, before I thought it wasn't really that directed as to where you go, but geez, there are now like 5 options on the path to take. Oh, am I back at the beginning? Come on. Come here. Jeez. That was almost very risky. Team Rocket. Blasting off again. Oh, not the beginning. Different place. Oh, Look at this. Are they gonna turn? Yep, they turn. Oh! Sorry, everybody, I didn't mean it. Oh, and I can't even get out here. Come on, Snake. Shoot your way out, buddy. You need the bomb blast suit on the roof. Oh. Can't get through here. This is a dicey room. So yeah, everybody, we have 5 minutes left on the show today. This has been exceptionally fun. I have to say, like, oh man, getting spotted left and freaking right. Yeah, really fun to check out this game with you. It is much more fun than I was really expecting it to. Oh, Gray Fox is being held in a secret cell. That's where you keep ninjas. Spoilers for a 17-year-old game. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, we are going to have a Metal Gear Solid 5 feature all about the game and what it's going to be like and how it plays and all that jazz. We'll have that for you on June 9th, so next week, and we encourage you to check that out. Oh, cameras for the cardboard box! God, am I stupid. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, my God. But yeah, tune in for our feature on June 9th. You get to know all about what's going on with Metal Gear from there. And we have a bunch of E3 coverage already. If you want to know about Rock Band 4, if you want to know about Batman Arkham Knight, if you want to know about Mad Max, the open world game for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, if you would even like to know about Disney Infinity Star Wars and LEGO Dimensions, I have played all of these games in the past 2 weeks, and I have write-ups about them on Engadget.com. And I can even give you a little bit of a link to some of that action right now. Yeah, if you wanna get a lead on E3 content, go here. And yeah, AM707, 1998, Metal Gear Solid. The fact that he's a ninja. Oh! Let's live. Let's live for all of time. Oh, Duke, Battlefront. EA did not have Battlefront. I have not played it yet. Jess Condit will be playing it at E3, though. And that's going to be pretty awesome. We have our appointment for Battlefront all set up, and we're really looking forward to it. Oh, Luson, this is one of my very first Twitch streams. This was your first Twitch stream. Well, I hope it was satisfying. I hope this was edifying, man. And thank you for helping. Thank you for helping us find some things out about where a false wall might be. And Yodel, if you look forward to my legally mandated amnesia clearing up, man, I just don't think it'll ever happen. Hey, let's see if this guy figures out that I'm in this box, dude. Oh, you will get hurt if they touch you and you're in the box. What a bunch of crap. Whatever, Metal Gear. I'm done with you. Done with your things. I guess, well, alright. Hold on. Let's get the save done. Continue game. Let's die one more time. Single and loving it can... Yeah. So close. So close to death, Solid Snake. Alright, guys. We'll see you on Thursday with Duelist. Yeah, click that follow button if you haven't already. We'll see you then. Bye.